You have communities that has a lot of Popeyes, McDonald's, Wendy's, and bases of your communities that have, your Whole Foods, your Sprouts and stuff. But further and away from that, I feel like changing our community, we should get those options and actually know those options instead of getting those options and hearing that we're eating better for our body. We're actually knowing why we're eating better for our body, the purpose of it.
This area has a lot of fast food places, and so having the option between one fast food place and another is not really true options. But having the choice between fast food or fresh okra and fresh pink-eyed peas and knowing how to prepare that in a dish, that is more along the lines of having true food sovereignty.
People in my community don't necessarily eat fresh fruit. We don't eat fresh greens or fresh vegetables. That is not something that is instilled within us culturally. So that's something that I wanted to break as a Black woman, and as a woman growing up and starting her own family and own generation, I would like to be the one to stop that and go into learning more about gardening and being able to pass down this information to a future family.
So if you grew up eating fast food, you grew up, not having access to fresh and healthy foods, you really don't know what's missing. And so that's why I think it's so incredibly important to introduce gardening as a way of life. So exposing residents to this garden that's in the heart of the community, helping them learn about that and understanding how they could create their own little pocket garden.
When I go in to help out with the children and teach them about food, it's to start giving them an option, that you could get the food from the supermarket, but you also can get the food from your garden. That nutrition and knowing about that life force is 100% my passion. It is key to teach people what it is and how to eat and what it does for you. See, that way when you send a kid off and you've given them the options of, a nice fruit bowl as opposed to cereal full of sugar, well, this young boy is probably going to do a whole lot better if you give him a bowl of, fruits and vegetables.
We bought this property. It was 7 acres of vacant land, and the first thing that we wanted to do was build a community garden to get the residents excited for the park that was about to come, which is really representative of access to green spaces, sustainability, food, and that community bonding that is so necessary for communities.
Gardening is a very valuable skill in today's age, even in a small scale sense. Just knowing that you know the basics of how to grow your own food really will change the way that you eat fundamentally, and hopefully change your decision making on where food comes from and how it's produced. My goal at the end of the day is that I want this community to feel a sense of ownership for this garden so that they are the ones that end up protecting it and growing from it long after I'm gone. I want people's children's children to be from this community to be continually helping this garden. One of my favorite parts about this garden is the chance to educate the children. So the children are our futures, just fundamentally. So knowing that I play a part in their decision making in the future related to food is one of the most important things to me. So we have a bi-weekly class during the school year where the students come out and they can learn about pollination. They dressed up like bees and put on little wings and little feelers, and we went around the garden and learned about pollination.
Growing our own food is a necessity that every human being who lives on this earth should possess. It's a knowledge that will never grow old. It's something that can be passed down for generations. It's something that everyone should know, among other things that I myself am trying to learn as well, to be equipped. We should have tools in our toolbox to where that we can use them and pull them out when needed. So this is one of those tools that everyone should have in their toolbox.
The Food Sovereignty Group has been such a blessing to the garden because they are helping provide that educational context and helping us think in different ways in the garden. It's not just about the food. It's about where's the food coming from? Where did the food originally grow throughout the world? What culture does it represent? So it's a great way to have us think in different perspectives that we might have not considered. So it really helps to have those diverse perspectives just to help us see food in different angles.
An ideal food system would have to incorporate the idea of food sovereignty. And food sovereignty is basically people's right to choose healthy foods and the foods that they want.
I don't have to go to the store to buy produce that I need. I don't have to go to the store every single time that I need an herb or a spice or a fresh product.
Food is health, food is medicine. And so planting a garden was more than just planting a garden. It was really being able to create a sense of a community, a sense of belonging, and to be able to get the residents to come out of their houses and engage with each other. And what better way to do that over food?
I can grow that myself. I can have a garden here or a garden at my own house. Like, it doesn't have to be just at this park. It can be widespread everywhere. Everyone can have a piece of fruit, a piece of vegetable, anything that they're growing, and you can make a connection with people by doing that.
So we have to be, conscientious, and we have to take care of this beautiful Mother Earth that we live in, so she can take care of us, right?